Okay everyone, so this should be a video that will hopefully be helpful to a lot of people. It's something that definitely is kind of hard to find on the internet how to do, but on these later FBs, they have this thing called, I believe it's a hot start valve or something for the secondaries. This right here, it goes on the driver's side of the carburetor right underneath the fuel rail. And what happens is, unless this has 12 volts, it's just going to dump all the fuel down the secondaries of your carburetor. So then people end up giving 12 volts to this all the time, and then the battery dies. Well, there's a few people on the internet that have given not very good write-ups on how to do this, and they're kind of hard to find. So I'm going to give you all a video on how to fix this, so that y'all can fix this on your own car. So we'll get set up, and the first thing we're going to do is start by trying to get this piece right here. This is actually the solenoid, this piece pressed out. Okay guys, so like I said just a minute ago, this right here is the actual solenoid. This piece is pressed into the top hat, and then there's a little plastic piece down in there that we're actually trying to work with. So what we're gonna do is try and pry this pressed in piece up. It's pretty difficult to get this out, but you have to get it up so that you can shove something down in there to press it closed. So this is going to be a time lapse here of us getting it off. We may end up having to use a torch, which I know is a special tool that some of y'all might not have. But we will do a time lapse and then get back to y'all once we have it pushed out. Okay, so in that time lapse right there, we probably just got this pressed out far enough. For those of you that couldn't tell what I was doing, I took this flathead screwdriver and was essentially using it like a wedge. So I stuck it right there. Sorry, the focus isn't very good. Between the back side of this pressed in piece and this face of the top hat. So I just stuck it in there and started hammering it, and it was just pushing this out. So next thing we're going to do is actually take the solenoid out of the pressed in piece. Okay, so we're going to take the solenoid out now. Matt, if you could hold it, just make sure this is actually in the shot. It's not, lower it down. Okay, now y'all, okay guys, so we're going to take this solenoid off. It's a 19 mil. Just, man. There we go. Just break it loose, and then it will
Just come right out.
I think we might be too high. It'll come right out, just like that. So there's the back side of that solenoid. You can see now, or the actual rod, and now it can just move freely. So what we'll be doing is we'll actually be sticking a... Just hold it. Yeah. We'll be sticking a piece of metal down right there between this plastic piece and the carb top hat right there. Okay guys, so we took this out. That was to get, there's a little spring in there that pushes this closed. That was just to get that out. We're gonna slide this back in. Not all the way though, because you want that in there so that you can center it. This right here is a little piece of metal that we made. It's about 4 millimeters thick. About
16 and a half.
Yeah, about
wide, I think.
16 and a half, like the longest way, and about 3-ish millimeters the other way. So you want like the thickness part of it, like the 4 millimeter part, to be the part that actually touches this plastic piece and touches the carb hat. So what we're doing is shoving this down into here. Okay, we're gonna tippity tap this down in there. And what this is gonna do is, so see, now this plastic piece in here, it is shoved up against the front right there, which acts like this solenoid being on. So now that that little piece is down in there, we'll put this all the way back in so that it keeps it nice and steady. Then we'll stick the top hat back just down. Make sure you put it on like a flat piece like this. You don't want to put strain on this. This is cast aluminum and you will break it. Then you're just gonna kind of tap this down a little bit more to press it back down so you can give that a really tight fit, because you don't want this little diaphragm plastic piece to move at all. And that's really it. After that, you just leave that in there. You don't need to do anything else. You can just put it back together and you won't ever have to worry about this vent being open and letting all your fuel go into the secondaries when you shut your car off or when you don't have 12 volts. So hopefully that's helpful. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. Don't forget to like and subscribe.